In this video, I will show you the best money making methods, the best farms, animals, unique armor sets and a secret island that doesn't show up on the map, and other useful tips in the Lord of the Rings mod. In my experience, the best way to make money is by making simple farms and selling the items to the NPCs. But before we take a look at that, let's take a look at mining. With mining, you can also make quite a bit of money, since you can sell gems and ores to many NPCs. But the most profitable places to mine are mountains, since gemstones are twice as common compared to other biomes. And the absolute best place to mine is the Red Mountains, since regular ores are twice as common and gemstones are 3 times as common compared to other biomes. Now let's talk about what we can sell to NPCs. If you're aligned with a good faction, the best things you can farm are carrots, berries, chicken, potatoes, string and wheat. You can use farmers to grow the crops for you, and you can collect berries for yourself. And for the chicken, you can make automatic farms that you can easily find on YouTube. Here is who you can sell each item to. And in my experience, the best thing to farm is carrots, because it has a really good price, and if the trader resets and doesn't give you carrots, you can reset it with lettuce, which also isn't a bad crop to sell as well. And if you're on the bad side, you can sell berries, chicken, wheat, cactus, bottle of poison, melon, string, bone, potato and feather. And again, for the crops you can just use farmers, and for the chicken, feather and cactus you can make really easy farms. And for the poison, you can find these temples in Erharad which have scorpion spawners, and if you right click on a scorpio with a bottle, you can get poison. Here is who you can sell each item to. Okay, and now here are a few tips about traders. So if you want to sell a lot of items at once, here is what you can do. Instead of selling 9 stacks first, sell only about 2 stacks and see how much you can still sell, and then sell the 9 stacks. So for example, when I sell carrots, I sell 2 stacks first, then the 9 stacks. But if I sell lettuce, I can sell 4 stacks and then the 9. And if you want to make a cool trading hall, you can actually collect traders by turning friendly fire on and punching them and leading them to your base. And once you're home, just go away for a bit so the trader won't attack you and turn friendly fire off. Alright, invasion farms. If you want to get a lot of items, here is what you can do. Wait for an invasion to spawn and make a quagmire trap for them, and you will have infinite items, because the invasion will only disappear if you kill the mobs. But let's say if quagmire did it, it wouldn't make the invasion disappear. But the hard part is building the actual trap, since building with a bunch of enemies constantly attacking you is quite hard. But don't worry, I have a solution for that. First build a trap when there isn't an invasion there. I made mine with a 13 by 13 square, which is 3 blocks deep. In the middle I put 9 hoppers that will collect the items, and put water in these places. Under the hoppers I made the storage system. Then, on top of the water I put 2 layers of quagmire, and I surrounded the whole thing with blocks that I put slabs onto. Then after you've done this, make sure the area around the trap is made of blocks that mobs can spawn on, like water or slabs. Then, on the middle block, build up a few blocks and put a slab on top of it. And the trap should be done. And now for the invasion. Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but you can just buy from your own faction and use that. Now, I know this sounds cruel, but hey, you will be rich. And you can even put multiple of these invasions. After you've bought them, you can just use them up on the middle block. And the mobs from the invasion will spawn on the quagmire, because for some reason they can spawn on that. And they will die instantly, and you will get their items. And look at this is the loot from 20 minutes of a single Rohan invasion. Now let's talk about the 2 special armor sets that are in the game. The Morgul set. If someone hits you while you're wearing the full set, their weapon's durability decreases by 10%. But it only works with players, it won't work with NPCs. So if you play single player, then it's a bit useless. But I mean, it looks pretty cool, so I think it's worth it. You can craft it with Morgul steel on an orc crafting table. And you can make Morgul ingots by smelting Morgul iron ore with Guldurir in an orc forge. And we have the Galvorn set. If you wear the full armor set, you will become invincible to arrows, which is really powerful, but the downside is that you can't put tough or steadfast on it, so it won't be a strong armor in close combat. And the other downside is that it doesn't have much durability. You can make it with Galvorn ingots on an elf crafting table, except the woodland one. You can make Galvorn ingots with iron and Adhelvir in a dwarven forge. Now let's take a look at some explosives, shall we? So termites. These bugs live on the bottom of the map in the Savannah bushlands. Once you break one of these termite mounds, a few termites will attack you, and if you kill them, you can get them. Just be careful because they can hurt a bit. So just build up a couple of blocks and use a pole arm. And once you have them, you can turn them into gunpowder. Or you can just throw them. There are these fire throwers in Rune that throw these fire pots. If you wanna make them, you will need Durner, a gunpowder, and gilded iron ingot, which you can make by smelting together a golden nugget and iron. And you have to craft it in a runic crafting table. But if you want something more powerful, let's take a look at Camus Fire. It's a bomb that when ignited explodes instantly and spreads fire everywhere. It is significantly faster than normal fire, and it not only burns wood, but stone as well. And it is really dangerous. It can explode even if it falls a single block, or if you shoot it with an arrow, or place it too close to fire. And this is how you can craft it in a runic crafting table. And now let's talk about the secret island that doesn't show up on the map. It is called Menetarma. It is located somewhere here, west from Umbar and south of Tol Morven. And once you set foot on the island, it will show up on the map. And there isn't anything crazy here, you can just find a bit more salt here than usual, but that's it really, it's just an island. But I guess it's pretty cool. So if you played a bit with the mod already, you have probably realized that rideable animals are really useful since the map is so big and you need something faster than running. Here are all the rideable animals. Here you can see if you can put armor on them or not. And as you can see, a few of them have special abilities. Like for example, the spider can climb walls, but at the same time they can jump. On the camels you can put carpets, but the carpet is just decoration. And the rhino, the most powerful rideable animal. It's because at its top speed it can be almost as fast as a horse. And it can also attack people if you run it into them. And you can even make armor for it in the half-talk crafting table like this. But the downside is that since it attacks NPCs, the NPCs will attack back at it, and they can die quite easily. And here is some useful stuff that I'm gonna quickly go over. With the millstone you can grind down items if you give it redstone power. Here are the things it can grind down, the result of the grinding, and the success chance of the grind. Here is how you can make the millstone. With the mechanism you can ride minecarts similarly to how a powered rail would work. You can make it in a Dwarven and Uruk crafting tables using the faction's ingot. And if you right click on it, you can turn it off. Alright, so that's the video. Thank you for watching. I just wanted to show you a couple of things from the mod that I left out from the previous video. So this video is like the compilation of the previous video I made. Alright, so thank you for watching. Bye!